So we're back here at the studio with Dinora, and we've taken off her makeup already, and we're just gonna get into creating Warrior Mama. Alright. First, we always start off with moisturizer. I used Embryolisse Concentrate. Next, as usual, is primer, and I used Cover FX Mattifying Primer. I applied it all over her face with my fingertips. For the eyeshadow base, I used Ben Nye's Media Pro Eye Definers in black all over her eyelid and underneath her eye, and also smudged out on the side of her face. And for shadow, I use this darkest black on this Morphe palette, number 35. They don't have names, so it's just this last black right here. I used it all over her eyelid and underneath her eye, basically just to set what I laid down with the eye definer. Then on to foundation. I used variations of the Graftobian palette. It's the Warm palette number 3. And I also used some of Dinora's own foundation, which was a Sephora brand. It was a cream foundation, which she has informed me is now discontinued. It was a great full coverage. I believe they were only $14 each, but now they're all gone, so I guess it doesn't matter. Of course, blending it all with the famous Beauty Blender. This was Dinora's, that's why it's still dirty. And then setting it all with Ben Nye's setting powders. The first all over her face was Topaz, which we got from Nigel's. I believe this was about $7. And then also the luxury powder Banana, the oh so famous banana powder under her eye, to lay out the graphics on Dinora's face, which is basically the tribal pattern that I laid down. I freehanded it. I used this brush with this dark brown shadow, again on the same Morphe palette 35, no name. I just drew it on her face in square block patterns, and also the dots, I made the placements for it with the same shadow. I had to freehand it because I didn't have a stencil. And I used this darkest brown because it was one of the closest ones to Dinora's skin tone. But it was a slight bit darker so I could see it. I didn't want it black because it would be too hard to blend out, and I didn't want it too light either. I needed to see it just a little bit, and it was perfect. I got to lay down the gold next. This was the exciting part for me, was getting into the gold patterns. First, I used the Makeup Forever Flash palette, the gold color. It's a little creamy. It is a more of a waxy base, so I had to use a stiff small brush to lay inside of the small patterns. And to make that gold really pop, this was the other products that we got at Nigel's specifically for this look. This is the Graftobian Cosmetic Metal Powder in gold. And this really made it super sleek and soft and just really sharp. And it just really took to what I laid down with the Makeup Forever gold. I also used the gold on top of Dinora's lid right in the center to really make her eye pop in the midst of all of that darkness that I laid down. What I should have done was to get the Maron mixing agent, I forget exactly what the name is, to mix with the metallic powder, just because I had an idea in my head of actually painting the squares and lines on, as opposed to putting the Makeup Forever cream on first. It's a great gold, but I kind of have to work it on the skin. There's these little squares and panels I'm putting on her, And unless I super load up my brush, which it kind of gets clumpy a little bit, just not exactly what I was looking for, but it's still going to be great. And we're going to layer the gold on top. But to get that really OCD crisp line that I like to do, I think going with that mixing agent and actually painting it on would have been the way to go this time. But we're still going to keep on going, and it's going to be great anyway. So. And for the white dots, I use Ben Nye's Color Cake Foundation in white, along with the Ben Nye's Liquid Set. For mascara, I use Clinique's Lash Doubling Mascara in black. Lashes, I use these No Name lashes in number 213. For lipstick, we kept it really neutral. I used Ivory from this first Makeup Forever Flash palette, and I also combined it with this brown in this Makeup Forever Flash palette. It just created a really flat, warm brown that just blended in with her skin tone so beautifully. It almost looked completely bare, so it really gave the look I was looking for. So thank you for watching this episode of SAMEE TATU. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please share with your friends. And if you guys are digging the music, which I know you have, those are my friends. If you want to learn or hear more about them, check the links below. Click the subscribe button and leave me a comment, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram and Tumblr. Thanks, guys. Bye.
I love it. Oh, baby. I'm so excited. This is amazing. Amazing. Yeah, excited.
I like the use of stiff and creamy, but not the use of the word small.
I wasn't good at math.
That's why I do makeup.
That's why I do makeup.
Educational. Precalculus.